All right, guys. So you're gonna see a very odd thumbnail on that video, and that was me trying to run and get a quick picture. That did not happen. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy that people got a good practice yesterday at noon. Today I'm here at 2 p.m. And I'm happy to serve everyone at all times of the day. So let's give this a try. We still have 2 minutes before we start. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what we're gonna do today. So I try to create this practice in the morning where I'm reversing the sequence in the same frame. And this is again my attempt to keep you present while in the practice. And what better way that, again, not having this physical connection, but just this more of distance connection where you're going to have to listen more to the cue and really pay attention to what your body is doing while moving. And we're going to give that a try. So if you see me kind of like figuring things out on the way, we're going to learn a lot together today. So hopefully this, again, will be a practice that just gets you more in touch with something subtle as your mind, and then your body can receive all the goodness. So, yeah, just one more minute. I'll put the live on Instagram in the meantime. All right, guys. So those who are tuning in right now on Instagram Live, I suggest that if you want to see the whole thing, you go to blackswineyoga.com/Houston/live. You will be able to see the whole practice there. And if for some reason you're still on your phone and you're like, it's too much of a trouble, you can still do it on your phone. Just access from Safari, go to the link, and then you'll be able to see the whole thing. All right? So it's time. We're going to get ourselves started. We're going to start lying down, and while you find the whole length of your spine, bend your knees, plant the soles of the feet down. This is what where you get a little bit of more support when letting the whole sacrum flatten, and then you feel the shoulder blades start expanding, and rest the hands next to you. Close your eyes. So you can find space to receive so much more than just the movement today. To really feel that the abdomen is kind of pressing in, and with that you feel that the glutes are kind of sending themselves into the heels. You feel the cradling of the back of the head. And you feel this sense of detachment of everything external, and you start internalizing again. You start finding that this practice can serve you in so many more ways than just the sweat. Let the movement be the means to an end. And let the experience be the one that brings you closer to what you need to feel right now. Start engaging with whichever breath will help you, making that kind of constriction at the back of the throat. Do it. That will help you bring a little bit of more heat to the body. Let the victory of the breath inspire you to move a little bit deeper. And find space again for the mind to understand where it's standing right now, for it to give a greater step for what's coming next. Take a deep breath in. You can open your eyes slightly and start extending the legs towards the ceiling. So legs up the wall. Go ahead and flex the feet so you really access the hamstrings. Now, the moment that you start really sinking the sacrum down and pulling the heels up, you get more into the stretch of the hamstrings, and really feel that when you start extending through the kneecaps, the quads start pulling back into the hip line for you to find a little bit of more engagement on the legs. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, drop the left heel down and the leg all the way to the front edge of the mat, and just let the right knee come in towards the right armpit. Go ahead and grab it. Grab the back of the thigh with your right and left hand, interlace the fingers, press the thigh in towards the abdomen. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, take a cross body. So your supine twist will send the inner right knee to the left side of the mat. Let the right arm fully extend towards whatever's on your right side. Turn your gaze to the right hand. And if you really want to keep adding the weight with your left hand, then just keep pushing down. Just make sure that when you're pushing down from the left hand, the right shoulder blade is still very well flattened down. That is the resistance point. When you start anchoring down through the right shoulder blade, you get the most out of the twist. You feel that the right side is kind of just pressing against the left. Take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take an inhale. Bring your knee back up through center. Good. And with the exhale, just straighten your right leg. Use your next inhale to straighten the left leg to meet the right and find your legs at the wall one more time. Good. Engagement through the arch of the foot as you see that the ball of the big toe, pinky toe, center of the heel spread away from each other. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, drop the right leg all the way to the front of the mat. Let the heel touch. With the exhale, bend the left knee in towards the left armpit. Go ahead and grab the back of the leg with your left hand. Take your right hand and really press the thigh in so you can really get into the quad, so you can get really to igniting now the left side of the body. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, cross body the left leg all the way to the right, making sure that, again, the left shoulder blade is anchoring you the whole time. So even if the knee touches or doesn't touch, no matter where you are, the left shoulder is the one that you're prioritizing. So the left leg is just that counterweight that really acts as the stretch of the lower back and the compression of the abdomen. So this is the equivalent of like a crunch, as if you're almost kind of doing a bicycle crunch, but it's more controlled. You still be able to be breathing in and out and find the pull of the muscle as it compresses from left to right. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Take an inhale. Bring the left knee back up through center. Good. With the exhale, extend the left leg. Use your inhale to bring the right leg to meet the left. Good work. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, bring the knees into the abdomen, hug yourself like a little ball. I really like to grab my shins because it kind of lets me compress a little bit more of the thighs into my belly, and I like to move from side to side, so you can do that too. Take a deep breath in, pick up the forehead into the knees, and with the exhale, start rocking and rolling forward and back. Forward and back until you find a seat at the top of the mat. Let the soles of the feet just press down. Take an inhale and just bring the right knee to hover the right foot away from the ground. Use the exhale to cross the ankle over the left leg. Create a figure four. So if you took yesterday's practice, we're not going to do the same thing, but we're definitely still going to find that openness through the inner hip line on the right side. So go ahead and in your seat, grab the back of the left thigh. So you thread the needle in the seat. It makes it a little bit more challenging because you don't have the floor behind you. The spine tends to round, so you will have to ignite the core a little bit more to press the abdomen in towards the left thigh. Good. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. This time keep the figure four. Inhale, reach the hands over the head. With the exhale, drop the hands behind you with the fingertips facing towards the glutes. Now make space, shoot the shoulder blades in towards each other, sink through the wrist line. Inhale, find a reverse tabletop with your figure four. Press the abdomen as much as you can. Keep sinking the outer right knee down, but don't let the right hip drop. Let the right hip meet the inner knee as you're still lifting and lengthening the crown towards the back of the room. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the glutes down. Now keep the figure four. Inhale, just straighten the left leg. Now, if this is a little bit too much for your inner thigh, you can take a seated tree and place the sole of the foot into the inner left thigh. If you're fine with it, take a deep breath in, reach the hands over the head. With the exhale, find a fold. Now you can go for grabbing the left calf. You can grab the outer inner edge of the foot, maybe your big toe. But from wherever you're grabbing, make sure that, again, you're giving priority to how the spine is lengthening. So how you're pulling the heart forward, bringing the elbows in, for you to really have more space to access not only the right inner thigh, but also the abdomen, expanding the spine fully. Take an inhale to start stacking yourself back up. And with the exhale, release the soles of the feet down again so you just unwind. Good. Take a deep breath in, bring the left knee in so you hover the left foot. With the exhale, cross the ankle over the right thigh. Good. Now, once you're taking the figure four, imagine that there's a heavy magnet on the outer knee that is pressing forward. You thread the needle, grab the back of the right thigh with your hands interlaced. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, bring the figure four closer to you. Now, if you're bringing it closer, don't let go of your abdomen so your spine doesn't round. You're still trying to find that space of length where you pull the chest forward and you give priority to that. If you need to make space by moving the leg farther away, do so. Good. Take a deep breath in, reach the hands over the head, keep the figure four. This is very abdominal. With the exhale, release the hands behind you. Again, the fingers sloping towards the glutes and make space. The shoulders should be underneath or over the wrist. Take a deep breath in and lift into your figure four, reverse tabletop. Now, again, you're not just dumping the left hip, you're lifting the left hip, you're opening through the inner left thigh by magnetizing the outer left knee down, and you're letting the whole abdominal line pick up the glutes away from the ground. Take an inhale. With the exhale, find the seat again and just straighten the right leg with the figure four. If you went for your seated drink on the other side, then go ahead and take it. You can just place the sole of the foot inside. If you're fine with it, just stay here. Take a deep breath in, reach the hands over the head. With the exhale, fold. When you're folding, if you feel that your heart pushed back, let the collarbones expand. Let maybe your hands dropping towards the figure four that you have, and let that be the one that helps you push yourself forward. If you grab for the calf, then let that be the one that gives you the space to really pull the spine all the way to the head, for the heart to open, for the right foot to flex, and for you to really maximize every little corner of the body as you bring the elbows in. Take an inhale to start stacking up, and maybe you reach the hands over the head. With the exhale, release the hands next to you and just plant the soles of the feet down. Good. Grab the back of the knees. Make sure that your heels are hips distance. Take an inhale, seated cow. Press the belly in towards the thighs and let the abdomen expand as you open up the sternum a little bit more. With the exhale, bring the navel up and in. Now, it's a punch and you're getting away from it. You're crunching. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it in. Good. Control the expansion as you inhale, move the obliques out. Exhale, one last seated cat. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, cross the ankles, roll into the shins, find a tabletop. Now go ahead again. Take your time to move in any way that you need, in any way that you resonate with. I don't know if I mentioned this the other day, but I really like to take these kind of like scorpion tails in the tabletop, because these kind of movements really help me open up my spine. So just make sure that both hands are really anchored down when you do these movements. This is kind of like my signature warm-up. I do them every time. Good. Whenever you feel ready, take a deep breath in, extend the right leg towards the back of the room. Now do make sure that you're in your neutral tabletop. The shoulders are over the wrist, the hips are in line with the knees, and you're finding a good extension of the right leg because the right heel is pressing to what's behind you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose, round the spine. Just like you did in your seat, let the core bring the knee closer to the face. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, cross body, the knee to the left elbow. Stay here. Inhale, thread the leg under and find a wide straddle seat. So you're going to have to turn your left leg all the way. Be mindful with your knee. Take it slow. Take a deep breath in. Reach up, send the hands over the head. With the exhale, find a wide straddle fold. Now, again, don't force it. You don't have to go that wide. Choose a straddle fold that will really help you access the buttock bones pressing down, the abdomen pressing or extending towards the ground. So you eventually let the belly touch down first, sternum second, chin third, forehead is your fourth part. And then you feel that nice line connecting all the way to the crown. Take an inhale and start walking the hands back in towards your hips. With the exhale, cartwheel the hands to the front of the mat outside of the right thigh, and make sure that you're rolling the left knee down. Take an inhale to unwind, straighten the right leg behind you again in your tabletop. Accommodate yourself. With the exhale, drop the right knee next to the left. Good. Again, make sure that your shoulders are over the wrist. Take an inhale, extend the left leg to the back of the room and really feel that the quad wrapping the femur bone helps you extend the heel a little bit further back while the belly is pushing up and in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose. And again, let the core be the one that brings the knee closer into the face. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee in towards the right elbow. You cross body, you stay. Inhale, extend the leg out. I'm going to give you my back, so sorry about that. Make sure that you're rolling your right thigh so you end up in a straddle. Flex the feet and really take your time to notice how the glutes are sinking all the way down into the mat. Good. Now with the length of the spine, take an inhale, reach up. And then super slowly drop the hands forward so you can hinge from the hip girdle. So we have these ball and sockets that kind of attach the legs in towards the torso, and that's what you're moving from here. So don't bend the belly, don't push it back. Try to use your hip girdle as much as you can. Now, if you stop halfway, that's fine. Take it super slow so you really feel that the extension between the hip line and the armpit is always long. Take an inhale to walk the hands back in towards the hips with the exhale. Cartwheel the hands outside of the left hip. Roll into the right knee. Take your time. Inhale, extend the left leg to the back of the room to find your half tiger. And with the exhale, release the left knee next to the right. Go work. Find the neutral tabletop. Inhale, curl the toes. Lift the knees 2 inches away from the mat and stay here for your exhale. So you just kind of get an idea of how it feels to release limbs away from the ground, and you have to ignite the core a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Downward facing dog. Nice. Now, I'm always saying good job and nice because in my mind you are here with me and I can almost imagine your space, your sacred space. So I'm very happy that you decided to be here with me today, that you let me enter your home in order to get not only a good stretch, but keep this connection going in between one another. So in your down dog, make sure that your feet are hip distance, your hands are shoulder width apart. You're moving the shoulder blades away from each other. So I'm going to turn to face you so you kind of get an idea of what's happening to the shoulder line. This is very important. We tend to send our arms into our ears. Now, the triceps can extend and push the shoulder blades back so you can really find more extension and release the head down in between. So instead, you can put 2 bricks, one here and another one on the other side. Good. Take a deep breath and look in between the hands with the exhale. Step a rock to the front of the mat. Come into your fold. Good. Inhale. Halfway lift. Open through the heart. Exhale. Fold. Good. Inhale. Reach up. Send the hands over the head all the way. Exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Close your eyes. And know that detachment comes with work. It comes with practice. The understanding of detachment is not something that comes from one day to another. It doesn't mean just letting go. It's so much more than that. Give it space. Find yourself. And let others inspired by your path. Take an inhale, reach up, send the hands over the head. Exhale again, you're hinging through the hips, soften it through the knees while you let the hamstrings kind of warm up. Now this is the very first kind of forward fold that we do. So take a rag doll. You let the head hang heavy, but because the abdomen is controlling the length of the spine. So again, you're igniting the core the whole time. Remember, do not run away from heavy emotions. Honor the anger. Give pain the space it needs to breathe. That's the key to letting go. Take an inhale for a halfway lift, open through the collarbones. The hands can go definitely into the shins, but if you reach for the ground with your hips stacked, go ahead and do so. Exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, step or walk your feet to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. Pause right here. Let the belly come up and in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the left knee. Take an inhale, hover the right toes away from the ground. With the exhale, bring the right knee in towards the nose. Good. Take an inhale, step the right toes back. Good. And then slowly with the exhale, step the left toes back and find a downward facing dog. It's a very slow build. Take an inhale, look in between the hands with the exhale, step or rock to the front of the mat. Come into your fold. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. So the hands over the head, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salutation, pubic bone down or pubic bone up. With the exhale, fold all the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, step or rock your feet to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. With the exhale, drop the right knee down. Take an inhale, hover the left toes away from the ground. Exhale, bring the left knee in towards the nose, move around the spine. Good. Inhale, step the left toes back. And then slowly exhale, step into the right toes and pike up, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good job. And then keep finding the opening and making sure that the space between the toes and the wrist is the same as your high plank. Good. Take a deep breath in, look in between the hands. With the exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, come to your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open up, keep the hips stacked over the heels. Exhale, fold, keep softening the knees. Inhale, reach up, send the hands over the head. What I meant is your pubic bone up and your tailbone down. And with the exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, step or walk your feet to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. This time with the exhale, drop both knees down. Tops of the feet down, pressing down all the whole time. Take a deep breath in. You're in this long tabletop. With the exhale, bend the elbows back and in. And how slow can you really take your high to low with your head long? Your chest open and the belly hovering. So take a look at your abdomen. Is it touching the ground? Then pick it up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, go all the way down. Make sure that your chest is fully open the whole time. Your elbows on top of the wrist. Good. Take an inhale, slide the chest in between the hands again. The tops of the feet are pressing for the abdomen to expand into your Cobra Bhujangasana and really let the abdominal line stretch. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. That's your hold vinyasa. Those three movements, guys. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Take an inhale, look in between the hands with the exhale, step or walk to the front of the mat, come into your fold. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift, open up. Exhale, fold. Let the big toes touch. Let the heels click in. Inhale, reach up to the hands over the head. Exhale, find your chair, Utkatasana. Now again, if you're having a conversation with someone, you don't go down or look towards the ground. You look up. You stack, you bring the belly forward, you imagine that you have the rest of the chair behind you, and you sit down, and you let the legs feel what they need to feel until they manifest the chair. Take a deep breath in, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open up. Exhale, fold. Good, listen carefully, press the hands down. Take an inhale, step only the left foot back. Walk the right foot to the outer edge of the mat for a lizard lunge. Now make sure that like any lunge, knee stacks over the ankle, toes are facing forward. You're pressing into the hands. Now you are going to need this space, so make sure that you walk the right foot out and you open through the chest. Good. Listen for the big movement. Keep the chest open with the inhale. With the exhale, bring and thread the left leg in between the hands, and it's almost like a pistol squat. Sit down. Good. Now you can bring the right heel closer into you if you need space. Take an inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, twist. Good. Now one more time. You don't really want to lean on the right hand. You don't want to ignore the twist. You want to stack up. You want to hold yourself accountable for the fire that's running in your digestive system. Good. Now again, we're getting funky. Take an inhale, reach the hands over the head. With the exhale, hands outside of the left hip. You're going to unthread the left leg with the next deep breath in. Step it back. Turn the right toes forward. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Good. Now, while you lengthen the right leg, can you really feel that when you're dropping the tailbone down, you lengthen and you choose a height that lets you drop the left heel. So if you need to get higher, that's okay. Give yourself space to explore. Now, this is where we're reversing the movement. Take an inhale, walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Good. With the exhale, thread the right leg all the way in between your hands to sit down, like a pistol squat. Good. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up. With the exhale, take a twist. Good. And then again, you're using your left hand to support the length of the spine and how the glutes are sinking down and how you're stretching the right leg and you're very ignited. Also on the leg that's just extending forward. Good. Take an inhale, reach the hands over the head. Exhale, drop the hands around your left or your right leg. Good. We're going to unthread it back for your lizard. Take an inhale, lift. And with the exhale, can you press it back? It's okay if you take your mat. Find your lizard. Good. Again, we're reversing the sequence. So we're kind of doing the same steps, but from the back to the front now, and making sure that your left knee is stacking over the ankle, your shoulders over the wrist, and you're really finding a good stretch towards the back quad. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, step the right foot towards the front of the mat. Let the feet walk in together to touch for your fold. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach with the thighs pressing together. Exhale, Utkatasana, just the regular chair. This is again so you can really make the imprint of a better length of the spine when the pubic bone starts coming in, as if you have very high-waisted pants and you're putting them over your head, so you're letting the pelvis come forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, step or rock your feet to the back of the mat. Find a high plank. If you want to take a vinyasa, now's the time. Remember, you can go supported. You can go unsupported. You can go for an upward facing dog. If you feel that the abdomen is the one stretching you and the shoulders are open, neck is long. Exhale, curling the toes, lifting the hips, finding your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. One more exhale. Take an inhale. Look in between the hands with the exhale. Step or walk to the front of the mat. Come to your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Send the hands over the head. Good. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Good. Right leg, inhale, bring the right knee in towards the abdomen. With the exhale, cross the ankle over the left thigh. Find your figure of 4 chair. Now you can keep your hands to heart center if you like. And when you start bending through the left knee, can you really feel that there's a very heavy hand pushing the inner right knee down in towards the mat? Good. Now this is where you release the hands outside of your right leg. You're going to pick up the right leg with the next inhale. And you're going to kind of make a table with your calf. And you still feel that the inner right groin is pushing out. Now if you want to take deeper, you can hug your leg in like a standing pigeon. Good. You can maybe hook the elbow crease outside of the outer edge of the foot and just bring the thigh a little bit closer. Can you still lengthen through the left knee? Don't forget about the left leg. You're grounding down to the ball of the left big foot. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, have happy baby standing. Woo. Grab the outer edge of the foot and just push the thigh back. And just extend the right sole of the foot to whatever is at the back of your room. And you can keep the left hand towards your left hip. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, step the right foot towards the back of the mat in this case, reaching the hands over the head, finding a high lunge. High lunge. Really feeling that you can reach a little bit higher when lifting the hands up, and you're pulling the right hip bone up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands down, frame your left foot. Inhale, wide straddle, walking the hands towards the right edge of the mat in this case, and just feeling how the toes are coming in and the heels are coming out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. If you want to go for the big toes, ankles, keep sending the tailbone up. I really like to kind of wiggle my glutes a little bit because that really helps me kind of access my muscles a little bit more to rotate my thighs from the outside in. Take an inhale. Halfway lift, press the hands down underneath the shoulders. With the exhale, walk the hands to frame your front foot. Remember, we're reversing the movement. So with the inhale, rise, reach the hands over the head, finding your high lunge. Can the back heel really lift in order to stretch the right or the left hip bone up and towards the heart? And when you reach the hands over the head, you get that extension from spine to crown. Take a deep breath in. Good. With the exhale, bring the left knee in towards the abdomen. So you're standing on the right leg. You're going to grab the outer edge of the foot for your half happy baby standing. Good. Now flexing the left foot, can you really push the thigh back? Maybe kind of keep it in line with the torso as you keep opening the sternum towards whatever's in front of your room. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, standing pigeon. So again, you can start with the table. So that is just finding the external rotation. If you feel like you want to go all the way in and start hugging the inner thigh into the belly, maybe you kind of hook the outer edge of the foot into the elbow crease, and then start bringing the knee in as you elongate through the right knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, figure four chair. Now let the heel cross over the right thigh. You can bring the hands to heart center. Good. And then start bending through the right knee. So you can really access the hip opener. Just get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Take an inhale, stand, release the left foot, send the hands over the head. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open up. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, you can step, you can float, find your high plank, chaturanga, and then open up for the back bend of your choice. I like cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good work. Take a deep breath in. Reach the right leg up and towards the ceiling. Find a one-legged downward facing dog. With the exhale, bring the knee into the nose, round the spine, really crunch it in. Inhale, reach it back up. With the exhale, bring the knee in towards the left elbow. Now you stay there. Take an inhale, extend the leg under. Find a wide straddle. We're going to explore something fun. Now, ideally, you don't want your straddle to be too wide. This is so you don't have to pick up that much weight. Make sure that your heels are kind of like a little bit wider than hips distance. Your hands are going to go inside of your groin. You have to empty out as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, pick up the butt away from the mat. Good. Maybe, if you feel inspired, you pick up the heels away from the ground. Good. And then drop the butt down. Good. You can give that another try. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Good. Turn the hands to roll to the outer right hip. Kind of press into the left toes. Inhale, reach up. Right leg up. With the exhale, bring the knee into the nose, step the foot in between the hands, and open up into a warrior two. Drop back heel, open the arms into a T, and spread your arms wide. Now make sure that, again, you're putting that high-waisted hands over your head so you really get into the external rotation of the inner thigh, and you get your stretch. Good. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, it's like a down dog warrior two, where you walk your hands to the top left corner of your mat in this case. Keep the integrity of the right leg. Keep it stacked over the ankle, and then keep reaching the right and the left arm towards the corner and beyond. Take a deep breath in. Slowly keep the right leg as it is. Just start walking the hands towards the middle of the mat like a straddle. Turn the left toes now to face the back edge of the mat. So you end up in like a goddess stance. Your hands are down. You're really opening up through the knees, and you're really letting the glutes drop down. Then it's as if you're folding, forward folding in a straddle, but you're really working with the external rotation of the thighs. So it's a little bit funkier. Make sure that your knees feel okay with that. Take a deep breath in. Now extend through the right leg. Look for an extended side angle at the back of the mat. Your hand or forearm can go inside of the thigh. Reach the right arm up if you like. If you're going for the whole depth and extension of the side body, then you can start exploring dropping the left hand inside of the left foot. Again, as long as you keep the extension. Good. Take a deep breath in to start kind of stacking the right hip, finding your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. And then again, make sure that your heart is still open. As long as the heart is leading, your hips will have to follow. So that's where it gets a little bit challenging. You don't want to forward fold. You want to open up as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, only the right hand drops. Take an inhale. Stretch the right leg laterally to whatever is on the right side of your room right now. Flex the foot. Really feel the fire of the outer hip. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, cross the right ankle behind the left. Let the pinky fingers touch each other. Good. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang heavy. Really get into the IT band stretch. The head pulling down and the tailbone lifting a little bit higher. Pressing the hands down. Take a deep breath in. Pick up the heels. With the exhale, walk the hands to the right side of your body all the way until you unwind like a ballerina and you face down the front of your mat again. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands to the top of the mat. Find your high plank. If you choose to go through the vinyasa, take an inhale, shoulders over the wrist, and then go all the way down. Open the heart. And then use the exhale to pick yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Good. I need to do a lot of sighing, guys. I truly need this just as much as you do. I want to be fully transparent and honest. And yeah, this feels nice. Take an inhale. Reach the left leg up into the ceiling. Now make sure that you still follow the line with the heel painted with the toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Good, inhale, pick it back up. Exhale, knee in towards the right elbow. Stay here. Inhale, extend the leg out. Find your wide straddle seat. Now, I'm giving you my back, so I'm just going to turn a little bit. Good. Then slowly pressing the hands inside of your groin. Don't go too wide so you can have more access into lifting. Take an inhale. The key is to empty out, to pick up the glutes, and then maybe follow the abdominal line that lets you hover the heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop. One more. Give it another try. Take a deep breath in. And empty out. Lift. Nice. Then from wherever you are, again. Cartwheel the hands outside of the left hip. Pivot on the right toes. Inhale, lift the left leg up and towards the ceiling. One-legged downward. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Warrior two. Drop the back heel. Open the arms into a T. Good. Now, you truly want to find that line in between the heel and the back arch of the foot, because when you start, again, putting your hands over your head, you notice the stretch of the inner thigh. I always feel it. Always, always. Warrior two, ain't easy. Keep spreading the arms wide. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, it's like a down dog warrior two. So keep the legs. Now you're walking your hands to the top right corner of the mat, as if you're reaching for something. And really getting into that inner left thigh a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Start walking the hands in and towards the back of the room, but you stop in the middle. Just pivot the right toes to face the back of the mat. So you end up in this kind of funky goddess. Now, this is really odd because I'm literally giving you my butt, so hopefully it's not that bad. That's all I have to say. So make sure that your knees are over your ankles, and then get a little bit deeper. Really get into the muscle. Start going a little bit lower. If you like to move from side to side, go ahead and take it. Keep the spine long. Good. Take a deep breath in. Start extending only the left leg. Keep the right leg as it is. Extended side angle. You can start with the forearm on top of the thigh. Lengthen the left arm over the head. If you want to go all the way down, that's fine. Just keep the line of the side body stretching so you're not going down and just ignoring the torso, but you're really enjoying what the body has to offer. Take an inhale, half moon. Start sending yourself, walking the hand a little bit further forward on the right side, stacking the left hip over the right, and keep the heart open. Now make sure that your leg doesn't go back. It tends to. So can you let the heel still communicate to the left hip and keep lifting the left arm as if you're being held by a string on the ceiling? Take an inhale. Exhale, drop only the left hand down. Inhale, stretch laterally the left leg like a fire hydrant, like to whatever's on the left side of your room. And feel the outer hip fire up while you're pressing through the outer right foot. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, cross the ankle outside of the right foot. Find your forward fold. Good. Get the IT band stretch. And again, if you need a block or something, water bottle, books, anything you can find in your home, which sometimes we have better things at home than at the studio, now's the time to use it. So get higher and really support yourself. Good. Plant the hands down, take an inhale, come into the tippy toes. With the exhale, walk the hands to the left side of your body and all the way so you unwind to face the front of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, walk the hands to the top of the mat. Find your high plank. If you want to take a vinyasa, now's the time again. Good. Take a deep breath in. Reach the right leg back up. We're changing it up. With the exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Cross the ankle over the left thigh for a figure four downward facing dog. And really press the outer right knee towards the back of the room. Keep extending the upper body by pushing the belly to the figure four. Good. Take an inhale. With the exhale, shift the left heel to the right, bend the left knee. So pick up the left hand. It's as if you're kind of dumping the hip and lifting the left arm up to get into almost like almost reversing this plank with a figure four and really get your stretch. Good. It's non-traditional, so it doesn't really have a name. Drop the left hand down. Inhale, pick up the right leg back up, extended, one-legged downward. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose, step the foot in between the hands, standing splits. Inhale, reach the left leg up. Good. Now, standing splits, guys. The closer the hands to the foot on the ground, the better. The more you fold, the higher the leg. The more you roll the thigh in, also the more you assist the hamstring stretch. This is not my good side. My other side is my right leg up. So keep pulling the head down as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the left toes all the way to the back of the mat and drop the knee. Take an inhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat. Find a supported side plank with your right leg extended, left hand outside of the left knee. Pick up the right arm up as much as you can and as high as you can. So you really access the hip bone, really pulling up on the right side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the right hand down to the back of the mat. Pivot on the left knee and the right toes. Take an inhale, bring the left knee in towards the abdomen. With the exhale, step the foot all the way in between the hands. Twisted half moon. With the inhale, right hand down, left arm lifts. And just get into accessing the right oblique, wanting to touch the left. And can you still press the right heel to whatever's behind you and the left arm as high as you can. Keep the lines between the armpit of the right side and the right hip. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, stand up, bringing the right knee in towards the heart, reaching the hands over the head. With the exhale, Utkatasana chair. Walk the toes down, bend the knees, and keep reaching the hands over. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Twist to the right. Hook the left elbow outside of the right thigh. And really trying to press into the left and right hand together. So left hand pushes the right. That's when you start again. Now pulling the abdomen up and in to lengthen through the spine. If your left knee is jetting out, bring it back. Again, accommodate yourself so you feel that the core is doing the work and not the hip joints. Take an inhale. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale. Step or walk your feet to the back of the mat. Find your high plank. With the exhale, you take your vinyasa. Take an inhale. Reach the left leg up and towards the ceiling and let the heel follow the toes so they're just kind of pointing up instead of out. Good. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Cross the ankle over the right thigh for a figure four. And can you open up a little bit more, magnetizing the left outer knee and not pushing the body weight forward, but rather back. Take an inhale. Exhale, right heel to the left edge of the mat. Bend the right knee. And again, it's like a side plank sort of modification with a figure four and a lot of funky things. So find your way to really trying to open up, kind of like in the reverse tabletop, reaching the right arm up. It's very similar, but you're only with one hand. Drop the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left leg back up. With the exhale, bring the knee into the nose. Step the foot in between the hands. Go work. Keeping the hands down into the ground. Take an inhale, standing splits. Right leg up. Good. This is my good side. Many of y'all can tell. It can reach a little bit higher. I can actually kind of thread my head in between my leg. Right now it's a little bit tight. Then again, look for how the heel and the toes are following each other. The thigh is fully pressing towards whatever is behind you, and you keep reaching the right leg as if someone is grabbing it and just pulling it away from your hip. Take a deep breath in. Next, so release the right toes to the back of the mat and drop the knee down. Take an inhale, walk the hands to the front. So you come into your supported side plank with the right hand outside of the right knee, straighten through the left, lift the left arm up. And then try to expand the hip bones. What do I mean by that? That you move one away from each other, you stack them up, you lift the left arm as high as you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the left hand to frame, almost the right knee, kind of. Good. Take an inhale, pick up the right knee in towards the abdomen. Exhale, step the right foot towards the front of the mat. Good. Twisted half moon as you inhale, walk the left hand forward. Pick up the left foot away from the ground, reach the right arm up. Good. And then again, you're really trying to wrap the thigh, but not the hip. See, that's the thing. They're two separate things. Don't let the hip dip. Pick up the left hip, but roll the thigh in, expand the foot in. Once you separate those two body parts, you notice how much harder it is. Take an inhale, start bringing the left knee in towards your body. Stand, transition very slowly. Exhale, find your chair. Good. Let the toes meet. And again, look for the length of the spine with the hands reaching out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Twist to the left. So the right elbow outside of the left thigh. I like to do this where I undo my prayer. I hold my outer thigh with my same side hand, and then I snuggle my elbow, because if not, then I start bringing my knee forward. It happens a lot to me. I'm very tight. So again, I try to bring my knee in. Once I hook, I press right hand to left, and then open up. And then keep my head long and my torso long. You don't want to shorten it. You still want to find openness there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeper. Take an inhale, step or rock. Your feet to the back of the mat, find a high or low. You want to take the full vinyasa, do so. Remember, you can always lift the vinyasa, just pick you up into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Find a child's pose. I personally like more a hero's pose. So if you want to take something different of a restorative pose that it's not child's pose, now's the time. Take whichever serves you. Stay here. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. If you haven't already approached the child's pose, go ahead and let's meet each other there. Shins down. Butt back into the heels, extend the arms forward. Take a deep breath in. Reach the left arm up. With the exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. This goes in line with how you twist and how you ignite the digestive system. So if you notice, my heart is opened up to the right side. Good, and then find your own variation. If you know where you can take this, be my guest. We're moving a little bit different today from here, so be mindful. At some point, we will be doing something different. With your right arm still extended. If you are exploring something that you know you like to do, go ahead and meet in the twist. Take a deep breath in and unthread the left arm just enough that the forearm is down. Walk the right hand into the face with the exhale. Take an inhale and stretch the right leg back and start picking up the right arm. If you need to move your left elbow a little bit more to the front, make space for your hips to really pull away from the armpit. Then keep reaching up. It's a supported side plank or supported half moon with your forearm down. It's a little bit more challenging. Now you can stay here or take a deep breath in. Bend through the right knee. You can go for the foot. This is I don't want to say aggressive, but it's definitely a little bit more intense approach to the Chapasana bind because you have less space from your left arm. So make sure that you still can separate the left armpit from the left hip. Without slingshotting, take an inhale, stretch the right leg back. With the exhale, drop the right hand, right shin down, find a child's pose, pivot the left arm forward. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up. With the exhale, thread the right arm under the left. If you notice, the chest is going to start opening towards the left side. So now we're reversing the movement of how digestion works. So the way we twist matters, okay? And the side we start with really matters. And again, if you explored something that you like in this threading the needle option, like hovering the left leg in this case, maybe going for the half bind or full as you grab the foot, be my guest. Take a couple of breaths just like you did on the other side. And then take your time to meet us here in just a twist in your child's pose. With the inhale, unthread the right arm just enough that you let the forearm press down. And then with the exhale, walk the left hand in to have support. Inhale, stack, extend. The left leg back, find a half, or rather, like a supported half moon by extending the left leg back. Or you can call it a supported side plank two or half side plank. They keep lifting the left hand. Since they're not traditional poses, we all make up our names. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee if you went for the Chapasana bind. Again, it's a little bit more challenging. You can definitely get into the tissue a little bit more. Keep pressing the pubic bone towards whatever is in front of you in this case, and keep kicking the foot into the hand into the foot. With control, inhale, stretch the left leg back, reach the left arm up. Exhale, drop the left hand down, pivot on the right arm. Drop the left shin, find your child's pose. Take an inhale, look up in between your hands, and with the exhale, just walk your hands in, forward to your shins, find a seat. Extend the legs forward, good. So we end up in Dandasana, we're kind of not done yet, opening the hips one more. All right, so we finish with, in Spanish we say with like a golden brooch. I don't know if that's a saying here. All right, let's keep going, good. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, figure four. Again, just like you did. If you're like, this already is a little too aggressive, again, you can just plant the sole of the foot inside of the thigh. If you're fine with it, keep the left leg extended for now. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. With the exhale, drop the hands behind you, let the fingers face your glutes. If you have an idea of where we're going, yes, this is where we're going. Take a deep breath in. Full reverse plank with your figure four. Press the heart up. Let the buttock bones kind of wash down towards the left heel. We're not staying too far long, but lift a little bit higher. Now take an inhale, bring the right knee in towards the heart. Good. And then with the exhale, just go ahead and stretch it back and drop the butt down. Nice job. Good. Let's do the other side. Take an inhale to just bring the knee in, cross the ankle. With the exhale, find the figure four. Then again, take your variations. You can do sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, send the hands behind you with the fingers facing your glutes. Full reverse side plank with a figure four. Inhale, lift. And again, don't let the butt drop down. Let the abdomen be the one that lifts. Maybe you let the right toes press all the way down from its root. Good. And then you keep igniting the left hip as much as you can so you feel the fire of your abdomen. Take an inhale, bring the left knee into the left armpit. And with the exhale, heel down to meet the right. Drop the butt down and stack yourself into a Dandasana staff pose. And then just stay here. Stay here. Shoulders over the hips. Good, flex the feet. Hands down. Open the chest. Take a deep breath in. Extend the arms in front of your gaze as if you were a zombie about to go to sleep. And take another deep breath in right here. Just lower down with your exhale. And then slowly take an inhale where you're going down. And then slowly you start taking it a little bit lower and lower as you keep breathing in. And lower and lower. Heels are still pushing down. I'm still hovering. Maybe you're already down. Maybe you're still a little bit higher than I am. Take your time. We're all meeting all the way down into our mats with the back of the head pressing into the mat and your arms extended over your head for a full body stretch. Good. Just find that release. Wiggle your toes. Extend through the wrists. Maybe you make circles with them. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, Supta Konasana, soles of the feet together touching. Open the knees wide. Let the spine still be flat. Choose where it makes you happy to have your hands. I like to have them inside of my thighs because it kind of makes the awareness of a deeper opening. Again, you can have one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart too. And remember, there's always something that we don't see, but it's there. That ultimately that you can't see is what will get you through this. Just trust it. Be patient. Feel. Don't ignore. Learn from it. Start opening your arms wide into a T. Take a deep breath in to let the knees magnetize towards each other. And let the exhale bring the thighs into the abdomen without touching them. Take a deep breath in. With the exhale, drop the knees to the left. And your gaze to the right. Taking a more subtle supine twist. Remember that when you start becoming one with the object of observation, you escalate all of the qualities of nature. You go beyond them and you can see far more than what your physical eyes can see. Take an inhale to bring your knees back up through center. With the exhale, drop the knees to the right, gaze to the left, supine twist on the other side. Time went flying by today. It's better when in companionship, which honestly I do feel. I know I'm not alone. I know, I feel you here with me. Take an inhale, bring the knees back up through center, stack them over your belly. Go ahead and give yourself one last hug. Now take a deep breath in and hold it. Before you let it go, know that this last controlled breath will be the one that heals the world. Now let it go. Now stretch the legs, your arms next to you. And know that what you're doing is not only for yourself, but for those around you. And that with this care that you're giving yourself, you will heal the world. Release into your Shavasana. We'll be here together. I'll awaken you after a couple of minutes. Let your palms open wide. Let everything disconnect from the control of the breath, to how you're holding up to your body. And know that you create your future if you concentrate in this moment. Very slowly. Start making movements with the body, and take your time. If you feel that you need to be here for longer, stay. Inspire your body with the use of the mind so you can let the spirit fly. And while you're making movements that bring you back, and you'll feel ready, bring the knees over the abdomen. Let them weigh you to the right side. Stack everything and use your right arm as a pillow. And then when you're ready, pick yourself up. Find a seat. Any seat that brings you ease and steadiness. Keeping your eyes closed or soft. Take a deep breath in to reach the arms over the head. Let the exhale press the palms and bring the thumbs through heart center. Every time. We finish with the sound of Om. So we know that our intention to heal the world comes out through our vibration. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Inhale for Om. May the unity of this connection that we still have, no matter if we don't have contact, keep the world together and still healing. Thank you so much for letting me enter your home one more time. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here at Black Swan Yoga Houston. Please consider donating to every teacher in this space. We have a link that you can find in our link tree. If you follow me, you can also find it in my link tree. And whatever donations that you give, whatever change that you have will be to support everyone in the community of Black Swan Yoga Houston. So please, please, please consider it. And if you'd like to join me live again, I'll be here Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the other side.